What the fuck? The hell's that?
I am Batman. Average sniper.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you're ready for my review of Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So I've pretty much been no-lifing this game. I took the day off work on Friday so I could play it all day, and I also played it all day on Saturday. And that gave me a chance to learn a lot about the game before I uploaded a review. I did not want to be one of the very first people uploading a review. I didn't want to be one of those guys that only plays like 2 games and then gives it a review. I wanted to give it a fair chance, get past the initial learning curve and not just have a lot of negative things to say about it because I got killed a lot. So what I found is that I've actually did pretty well playing this game. I've only had a few times where I've had a negative score, and that's usually just because I've come up against some really good teams. For the most part, I am doing really good at this game, and I am really enjoying it. But having said that, let's address the most obvious thing first. Now, this has been talked about on every single Modern Warfare review video that I've watched so far, and I have watched a few of them from some of my favorite YouTubers, and their whole entire video is usually about the camping problem. Now, let's be honest, we all get mad at campers. I raged out on campers the second time I was streaming it, but by the second day that I played it, I kind of started to understand why everyone was camping. And it's basically the map design. The maps have been designed for a much more tactical, much more strategic type of gameplay, which leads people to not want to move, because when there's 5 windows for people to aim out of, if you're the guy running around on the ground, you're probably going to be the guy that gets shot. So this leads to a lot of teams camping. The time to kill is very fast, which I actually like, but it also adds more to the camping problem. I'm not going to complain about the camping. I did that enough while I was streaming. Just like, why is this guy camping here? Why is this guy camping here? Why is this guy in the corner here? This guy won't come out of the window. And so I kind of adapted to it. And I thought to myself, why is everybody camping? And that's what I came up with. So basically, this Call of Duty is very similar to Modern Warfare 2, but it is definitely not your run and gun Call of Duty. This is not Black Ops 4, and this is not Modern Warfare 2. This is basically a new breed of Call of Duty that I've never seen before. And I actually compared it to Rainbow Six Siege. Even though I'm not a big Rainbow Six Siege player, I do enjoy watching videos of Rainbow Six Siege, so I do know how it's played. I know it's very tactical, very strategic. Nobody just goes running through doorways. Nobody just runs and guns. It's all about, the offensive team versus the defensive team. And you have to push into that building or that area where the enemies are, and you have to take them out using strategy. And I never thought I'd see a Call of Duty that was like that, but this one, if I had to compare it to another game, I definitely would. Now, obviously, if you have a really good team of people, you can do a lot of running and gunning if your teammates have the enemies spawn trapped or pushed to one side of the map. But if that's not the case, and you try to run and gun, you're just going to get shot from corners and windows. There are lots of lines of sight, there's lots of angles, there's lots of corners, doorways, and windows that people can get in and get a strategic position on you, aka camping. Now, we do also have our classic campers, people that just enjoy camping and never move no matter what, but this game definitely encourages it, and, you can get used to it. So I adapted my play style. I started playing more objective-based game modes so I could know where the enemies were going to be. Team Deathmatch didn't seem to work out. I actually did a test on Team Deathmatch, and me and my team decided we were just going to camp our spawn and see if the enemies ever came to us. And there was only one guy on the enemy team that actually kept running up to us just to die. And it was kind of a shitty thing to do, but it was just a test to see if the other team would actually move. And for the most part, they did not. So we decided not to play Team Deathmatch very much because it just seemed like the biggest camp fest, and play more objective-based game modes where at least you know where the enemy's going to spawn, where they're going to come from, and so on and so forth. So I want to know if you guys like the new strategic gameplay, the way you basically have to play the game, or if you want more of a run and gun type of style. I'm more of a fan of the run and gun Call of Duties and less of a fan of this, but I'm still enjoying it, which brings me to my next point. I only wanted to take up half the video talking about the main thing that everybody else is talking about, and I do want to talk about some of the things I really like about this game. The first thing is the gunplay. The gunplay is really good. I've always enjoyed Call of Duty gunplay. Not too much difference between the weapons. Like, for example, in Battlefield, one weapon to another might vary greatly, but picking full auto assault rifles doesn't seem to be too different between all the guns, depending on whether they're semi-auto or burst or full auto. That would be the only major difference. I really love the attachment unlocking system. I love that there's currently no loot boxes. I love how you level up your guns, kind of like an old school game where you just use the gun as much as possible to get it all leveled up. You don't buy anything. You don't have to do achievements with other classes or other guns. You basically just use the gun that you love and you rank it up. I think that's awesome. I really like that. I really like that. I do enjoy the more tactical style of gameplay, even though I'd rather kind of see a run and gun, because once you get locked down by an enemy team that's playing strategically, if your team is not good, then it's basically going to be impossible to make a comeback as a one-man run and gunner. I like the sniping in this game, and pretty much everything except the camping I really like about this game. The map designs could definitely be better to promote less camping, but yeah, we already talked about that. And that brings me to the last thing that I love about this game, and that is the crossplay. This is the first game I played that's fully crossplay between Xbox, PC, and PS4, and so far I have not seen that any one system has a major advantage over the other system. It's really great. So I've been playing from PC, and there have been lobbies where I get totally owned by console players. There have been lobbies where I get owned by PC players, and there's been lobbies where I've been doing the owning on both. So it actually seems very well balanced, and not a lot of people are talking about that. I think it's really hard to bring a shooter game to crossplay mode with people that are using keyboard and mouse. But you can also use keyboard and mouse on your console if you prefer. This game allows you to plug a keyboard and a mouse into your Xbox or PS4 if you prefer to play that way. The aim assist seems pretty on point for controllers because you can see that these guys using the controllers are very accurate, doing very well against the PC players, and I think that's pretty awesome. I was a bit worried when they first announced it was going to be full crossplay, worried and excited at the same time, because I was excited that I'm not going to have to buy 3 copies of this game to play with my PS4 friends, Xbox friends, and PC players, and I was worried because I wasn't sure how the balance was going to go. But I think they did a great job on that, and I think more people need to be talking about how good the crossplay is. Honestly, I want to know you guys' opinion on that too. The last thing I want to talk about is the ground war. I thought I would really love the ground war, but I found out that I didn't. There's only 2 maps for ground war. We have the map from the beta, and then there is another city map, which basically should be named Camp on the Roof. It's just roof-to-roof sniping, and the game usually ends up with a nuke, because what happens if one enemy holds all of the objectives for more than 30 seconds, nuke comes in and ends the game. And that's how I found most of the games on Ground War are ending, because you'll have one team who puts like 90% of their players on the roof of a building and just never comes off, never caps objectives or anything like that. So I really hope they do something with Ground War to make it not so campy. I do enjoy the map from the beta. I think it's Karst River Quarry. Or Karst River Crossing, something like that. I think that's a very good map. Definitely could do some improvement to promote less camping in the ground war. But other than that, I enjoyed it. Probably going to be playing the regular domination and hardpoint modes until they add some more maps for ground war, or until they make it so that not 32 people can get on the roofs and just ruin the gameplay for everyone. But I'm real curious to see what you guys' experience have been in this game. Overall, it's been great for me, and I'm loving it. I do plan to continue playing it. Probably going to stream it at least once a week alongside my favorite game, PUBG, and we'll go from there. Can't wait to read the comments and you guys' opinions. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and feel free to hit that join button if you'd like to support. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great day. Later!